Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to season finale here of Rush Racing League Season 9 Division Number 1. We're here at the Shanghai International Circuit, a track that's known for having a few good overtaking opportunities and a lot more opportunities to absolutely burn out your tires. It's a newer track, but it is a track that has given us a lot of action here in the past. It is the final round of the season here, round 18 in China. My name is Patrick Coleman, aka Rekus, and I'll be one of your commentators here tonight. Alongside me is the one, the only, the Governor SJ. How you doing today, mate?
Hi, Rekus. Had to come and join you, mate, for the finale. Wanted to go out with a bang with you. Yeah, thought I'd just jump in. It's a small race anyway, with a small grid, unfortunately. But obviously, even though it's a small grid, there's still the overalls, which has got both teams, unfortunately, McLaren not at the centre of it. We've got Aston, Alpine, Ferrari. So still things to fight for, which is going to be very interesting in this race with only 9 people. So it should be a good race and some good battles.
Indeed, yeah, and we're going to waste no more time. We're going to jump straight to the track here as we go ahead and jump into the final qualifying session of the season here. It is one singular session here in Div 1. And then that is season pretty much done and dusted, and we go ahead and take a look at season 10 coming up. So another thing that you mentioned it earlier, SJ, but the overalls are a massive driving point for a lot of these drivers here tonight. Only 4 teams still mathematically within the realm of possibility to get that overall championship. Those being the current leaders of Aston Martin, and then we have McLaren, Alpine, and Ferrari just right there on the cusp. So if Ferrari were to win this overall championship, they would need a flawless week, and they would pretty much need Aston Martin to absolutely crumble at the seams. Do you think Ferrari's got a chance here, or do you think it's going to be one of our other top 3?
I think constructors is signed, sealed, and delivered for Ferrari. Obviously, no V-Carb tonight, which has been unfortunate. It would have been good to see that little finale battle between the 2 teams. But unless Ferrari both DNF in this race with 9 people, which anything can happen in F1. It's still interesting to see. We've got 20 laps around the track, which is. It's an interesting track, can cause a lot of problems, but also can be can be quite a fun track as well. The overalls, though, like I said earlier, that is going to be the biggest thing here. Even though Ferrari and Alpine and Aston are all on the grid, they know that they need a good finish here. And Aston Martin currently in the driving seat. So we spoke earlier today in the podcast about it, and we put some predictions in, and they've got one hand on that trophy at the moment. But we've seen the force of Alpine in the last few weeks, or the last 3 weeks. They've got Team of the Week in the last 3 weeks. So they are really showing what they're capable of. And can Chandler's and Aiden's Raiden really cause a problem tonight? Can they really cause Fat Cow a problem, or JF7, or Jono, or Dante, or anyone on this grid tonight? We've also got the new reserve driver of Willow in the Mercedes as well. So the only Mercedes driver on the grid. Same with the Williams, and the same with the Kick as well. So a lot of going to be interesting. Going to be very interesting to see how this is going to go, Rekus.
100%, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how these guys get along, because this track is a tricky one. It's really tough on the tires. I mean, you got the pinwheel pretty much right at the turn 1, the very weird turn 1. And it's a track that I've seen some really good tire management done on this track before, but especially with F1 25 being a game where we've talked about time and time again, especially at the beginning of the season, where tire management is just so crucial on this game, because the tire wear system is more aggressive compared to previous titles. So you really got to manage the tires. The overall battle is going to be interesting, because obviously Aston Martin have been in the driver's seat for quite some time now, and they've been really, really solid here in the last couple of weeks. You know, they've pretty much, like I said, they got the one hand on the trophy already, but Alpine has been a threat in recent weeks. 3 times in a row winning Team of the Week, and they have just been super duper consistent. Now, here's the thing, is even if they don't win the overalls, even if they just get so close yet so far away, Alpine this is a really good building block for future seasons, for season 10 coming up here in the next couple of weeks time. So it's going to be a good starting point for Alpine, even if they don't win the championship here. But we'll see how they can build a foundation to their final round of Div 1, as Chandler's is going to go into P3 on his bank lap, a 32.26 right now, and then Keith just behind. So currently right about half a second off the pace at the moment, but it's only bank laps, so that time is surely going to come down as the track gets more and more rubbered in, drivers get more and more comfortable, because this is a track of fine margins.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to jump on board with Fat Cat, who is the man that is leading this team tonight in Division 1. So here we go, just about to get on board with him to see what time he can set. Here we go, coming down the main straight, bad to start, moving over to the right-hand side, getting in much of as speed as possible he can going into turn 1 very, very nicely there, as Dante does do a 131.784. Coming around the loop, this is where we are going to see a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing and maybe some banging wheels together as well. Very, very nicely there so far for Fat Cat. We've got his teammate in P3 with 132.197 and 31.784 to beat. Coming to the 50 there, drops on to the brakes, gets into the 74% of his ERS now, coming into Sector 2, looking very good. We've seen Fat Cat has been very quick this season. He's got a car in front of him. Hopefully he gets out the way. The Alpine gets out the way very nicely there. Fat Cat very, very smooth so far. Looking very quick. Sector 2 taking it all the way around there. Very smooth. And then coming into the hairpin here, which is a very difficult corner. You've got to really ride that curb and you've got to get a really good exit coming out down the main straight using that DRS and using all the power he can in that car. Getting up to about 325k in 3, 2, 1. We've got a bit of a spin there with the kick. He is facing the wrong way. Hopefully that didn't cause any problems. Going all the way down. 10% ERS at the moment. Coming into the final couple of corners. Looking good so far for the man in the Aston Martin. Will he take pole position at the moment? Come around the final corner. Crossing the line. What's it going to be for Fat Cat? It's going to be pole position with a 31.276. That's 5/10 quicker than Dante and P2 Recus.
Indeed, yeah, that's a very, very good lap time there for Fat Cat, aka Kasan Teto. Very good stuff there. As we have a little bit of side-by-side action here between the Sauber and the Alpine of Keith and Aiden. This is going into the pits. Guess they didn't even want to wait until the race started to go ahead and get some wheel-to-wheel action here. And now, I mean, this track, we talked about it a bit earlier, but this track, I mean, it's a newer-ish track onto the Formula 1 calendar. The track itself opened 21 years ago in 2004, and since then it's been used in Formula 1 as well as recently been in addition to the Formula E calendar, although they use a slightly shortened version of the circuit. I think right around turn like turn 9 or turn 10 is roughly where the circuit ends for Formula E. But nevertheless, we have gas engines, or petrol engines as they're referred to in other parts of the globe, and not EVs here, so we should still hear some very nice engines for one last time this season here in Div 1. And Willow is about to begin another lap. Still 3 drivers yet to set lap times. We have Jono, Dito, and Aiden yet to set a lap time here. Dito is on an L lap as it sits right now. We'll ride with Willow for a moment. Makes his way through the pinwheel. He's going to go ahead and try to improve. He's currently 5.25 tenths away from pole position. He's going to go ahead and get around the Ferrari. He will get a little bit of dirty air from the Sauber, but the Sauber will pull off. A little bit of a snap there from Keith, as Willow does go ahead and continue to make his way through sector number 2. Going through turns 8, 9, and then 10. That's an oddly tricky set of corners. I was doing this race, or doing the circuit the other day, and that set of corners caught me out a few times. And now, if you don't get a good run here through turn 12 and 13, then you're going to have a pretty rough time of it coming down this massive straightaway. One of the longest straights in F1 right now. He's going to go ahead and fire up the DRS and make his way down the massive straight. He's going to make his way coming into turn number 14. Very tight hairpin there after a long straight. And then now it's just about full throttle from here on out. And he invalidates it right on turn 16. The last corner, and he invalidates it, SJ.
Yeah, really unfortunate there for Willow. It looked like it was going to be a good lap there, but just lost concentration at the end there. He does do a 1:31.801 at the moment, puts himself into P3. A little bit of pressure at the moment. You got Dante in the P2, outperforming his teammate of Jono, who is just about to start going into Sector 1. You've got the two Alpines down there, one down in P9 and Chandler's in the P5. They are really going to have a good night tonight. They really need these points. They see Fat Cat leading the way on the 31. So we've only got 3 drivers in the 31s at the moment. Who else have we got coming round in the final corner to set a time? It looks like we are going to see an Alpine of Aiden is Raiden about to set his time. So here we go. Let's see if we are going to see an improvement. I'm going to jump on board with Jono though, just to see what he's doing in his Sector 2 time at the moment and Sector 3. Yes, I know, it is not the full grid, Oblivion. Unfortunately, 9 other drivers did not want to race tonight, so we are running with the 9. But the main thing is we've got Aston Alpine and the Ferrari battle for the overalls as well, so that's the main thing. And we've still got some talent on the grid tonight, so it still will be hopefully a good spectacle tonight to watch. But Jono coming around into the long main straight with the DRS. Very, very powerful there. Cars getting out the way. No toe, no DRS. Or is there a toe? There is a toe. No, there's not a toe. That's Dante that's in front. Jono is behind. So Dante is getting a toe off the back of Jono. Jono's not getting a toe off the back of Dante. Unless Jono does have the pace to put this car into the top 3 car in the final corner. Is he going to be able to drop Dante off or take off Fat Cat from the podium? No, he doesn't. Only P6 for Jono, the championship winner for Division 1. Only putting in P6, missing out there to Dino and also Chandler's. 5 minutes to go. Chandler's is on a lap at the moment as well. So is Aiden's Raiden. Aiden's Raiden is coming in to the final corners as we speak. Will he be able to get close to his teammate? Will he cause problems and get to the top of this order? Let's have a look. 130, 131, 132.3. Only goes P8 right behind his teammate at the moment. Alpine, a lot of work to do as it stands at the moment, Rekus.
Yeah, they certainly got their work cut out for him here tonight, SJ. I mean, right now they are definitely not in the position that they want to be. Both Alpines are by both Aston Martins, which is music to Aston Martin's ears, but for Alpine, this is definitely not where they want to be here at this stage, because this is it. This is your last chance to get points, because you pretty much have this week, and then that's it. So there's no like, oh, what track are we going to head to next week? We can make up some points there. This is it. This is pretty much one last dance, one final hoorah. Pretty much it's all or nothing now at this stage because you're out of time. And with about 4 minutes to go, speaking of time, Kasane does a fantastic lap, extending his lead. He is almost in the 130s with a 131.005. We'll see now. Aiden Raiden is making his way down the massive backstretch here. He's going to go ahead and turn on the afterburners. try to get that Renault V6 up in the provisional pole. He's going to go ahead and just slowly wind down the gears. He's going to cut it close onto the hairpin. The very extremely sharp hairpin right there at the end. And now he's going to go ahead and come into the pits. So he will not be sending an improvement on his time. And he's into the pits with Fat Cat being the only car on track here at the moment. It's going to be an interesting Grand Prix for sure. Like you said, we only have 9 drivers, but there's still a lot of potential for them to actually do something extremely fascinating here, because this can be a really good track for battling. I mean, it's tricky when it's wet, which, as far as I am aware, it is going to be a perfectly dry track for at least tonight. Other divs may be a bit of a different story, and that's a massive drift there from Kasane. Deja vuing his way around the corner, making his Formula 1 car look like a Formula Drift car. And his teammate is going to be out on an outlap, so we'll see if he can get closer. Because Aston Martin, they're in the driver's seat, so they're in the best position to close out an overall victory here. Alpine needed to really build on that momentum. McLaren, well, they needed to be here because that's the other team still mathematically within the hunt for this overall championship. And Alpine just need a lot of that good form that we've seen from them over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. It's quite interesting at the moment. Obviously, they are going to have a massive stint in this last lap here. Charles Nader's ready to get to the top there. So was Jono as well. Jono down there in P6, and as you were saying about Aston, so far, P4 and P1, they will be absolutely over the moon with this position. And this is the situation with Division 1. This is where it can really start for Aston Martin going into the midweek, in for the rest of the races, including Division 2 and Division 4 tomorrow. If they have a good start tonight and get very, very good points, making it clean, no problems, no drama, then they have a massive opportunity to take away the overall championship. But it all does dictate on the other divisions as well. Yes, even though they do get good points tonight, it still doesn't guarantee them to take the overalls, Marcus.
Yeah, then that's the beauty of the overalls too. You can have a really good division, and you can bolster some points, like, because I mean, it's not likely, but there's still a good chance that this could be the only division where Aston Martin gets good results. There's 5 other divisions that still need to run after this one. You got 2 of them tomorrow night with Div 2 and Div 4, so that's going to be a good chunk of points now. And I mean, if Alpine bottled the rest of the week, then I mean, McLaren, Alpine, even maybe Ferrari might be pretty much right there, waiting for that golden opportunity to jump up into the lead of the constructors. I mean, this is pretty much everybody's last chance, so you're just gonna have to really go for it. The drivers every driver's just about to finish their lap, so we'll go through them in the order that we see them on track. And it is going to be JDI looking to make it an all Aston Martin front row. He's only got a few more corners left to navigate here, going tight through the hairpin, and now he's making his way up to turn 16. Now, if you're not careful, as we saw earlier tonight, turn 16 can invalidate your lap. A bit of a wiggle on the exit of the corner. He'll improve up to third, so that's at least a good start. What about Dito? Dito will be the next one to go ahead and come across the line. We'll see if the Williams TP can go ahead and bring himself up higher than 5th position. And he invalidates, so that's not going to happen. What about Jono? Is Jono going to go ahead and improve for Ferrari? He will improve his time, but not his position. The Sauber moves up. And then we have the 2 Alpines who will be the next ones. Dante come across the line. He will stay in P2. Do the Alpines have something left in the tank? Come across the line. It'll be improvement of time. And Chandler's goes up to P3. That's a better way to kick things off. Not the exact result that they would have wanted, but they'll take a P3 for starting position. But now here's the thing, SJ. You can get that one perfect qualifying lap to get things all situated, but you got to survive 20 laps here tonight to go ahead and lock in that P1 or P3 position.
Yeah, no, obviously a great start there for Fat Cat, taking pole position with 31.005. Dante, great start from him as well, 31.257. Chalmers with a 31.526. Yeah, I know what you're saying there. That's going to be the question. It's all good getting that good qualifying spot, but the question is as well that people have not probably or may have forgotten is, there's 2 Alpines, there's 2 Ferraris, there's 2 Astons. There is no 2 Alpines in Division 4. One of those drivers has a race ban, so they will only be racing with 1 car. Can that be the problem, or could that be the cause of Alpine losing out on the overalls? That could be the biggest question as well. McLaren tonight, another team not on the grid, so they are definitely losing out on points tonight. Obviously, they are definitely going to have to push tomorrow night in Division 4 and Division 2 and for the rest of the week. Ferrari in a great spot. Aston in a great spot, so it's going to be very interesting how this race goes. But turn 1 is going to be the key. Is Fat Cat going to be leading it going into turn 1? Is Chalmers going to be able to get Dante into turn 1 as well? Or are we going to see anyone DNF tonight? Because if not, everyone scores points.
A DNF, especially for one of those top teams like your Alpine, like your Ferrari, like your Aston Martin, and also McLaren coming through the rest of the week, that would be pretty much detrimental. Because and that would be such a unfortunate way to wrap up your season too. Is because everybody wants to finish out their season in the best possible way. They want to end things on a high note. And here we go for one last time here in the Season 9 Div 1. The lights come on. And it's lights out, and away we go here in Shanghai. JDI getting a good launch there, getting the jump on the Chandlers, and we have Willow dropping down the field all the way into 9th. A little bit of touch and go there, but no major drama coming through the first corners here of the Shanghai International Circuit. And now it's going to be a mad dash here. And oh, look at this. Keith's trying to get a move up the inside of Jono. As we see here, it's a lot of good scrapping here. And Jono and Keith fighting for a position. Aiden trying to get a move up the inside. And he will, at least it looked like he was about to get the move up the inside. He did get the move done, does it up the inside. Now he's going to try to chase after the Ferrari. And things have settled in pretty nicely here in the opening stages of this Chinese Grand Prix to wrap up the season finale here. It's pretty much everybody going for broke here.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really, really good start there for Fat Cat, Dante, and JF7. JF7 getting the move done on Chandlers for that P3 spot. How impressive could that be? How important could that be? But Jono is coming at Dido on the right-hand side, gets the move done up into P5. We know how quick Jono can be and how consistent he can be in the later stages of this race. We're only on lap 1 out of 20, and there has been a few changes left, right, and centre. We've got Fat Cat in P1, Dante in P2, trying to hold on to that DRS at the moment, 7.5 tenths. JF7 in P3, team orders for Aston Martin, but he's been hounded by Chalmers for that 3rd position. He will look to try and go for a move probably on lap 3, maybe, or even on this lap, depending on this stint between him and Dante in front if they can stay within the DRS. You've then got Jono in P5 who's got the job done on Dido for that P6 position into P5. Dido having a little bit of a tank slapper there coming out into turn number 4, and then Aiden's Raiden in P7, Keithy in P8, and Willow behind in P9. Everyone so close, everyone in the DRS, just Jono needs to stay in that DRS. Dito's lost the DRS to Jono already. Jono is nearly losing the DRS to Chandler's. He needs to keep it to keep in this battle. Lap 2 out of 20 at the moment, and Fat Cat is leading the way, but he is definitely trying to pull that DRS gap already. Look at that, 1.2, 1.4, and he's pulled it already. Dante is going to be under extreme pressure now from JF7, Rekus.
Indeed, yeah, JF7 looking to bring the thunder here to make it an Aston Martin 1-2, which would be best case scenario for the current overall championship leaders. As JDI now, he gets close, but not quite there yet. He's going to go ahead and try to stay with him. He did lose a little bit of ground through the last couple of corners there. As we do see fastest lap, and oh, we have a Mercedes, and it's a safety car. It is Keith and Willow getting into it, and correction, it's a VSC, so it's a virtual safety car. And on lap 3, drama has already kind of kicked off here. Taking a look at the tires, everybody has started on that set of mediums, so it is going to be a one stop here. It's going to be medium to hard is going to be the likely tire strategy, just because of how abrasive this track can be on tires. And actually, it has been upgraded to a full-on safety car. So, kind of a rough time for Aston Martin to get that safety car, because Fat Cat, he got the gap. He pretty much broke out the DRS range, and he was able to kind of coast through the rest of the Grand Prix, but now the field is going to get all bunched up together again.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate what's happened at the back, and we'll have to wait and see what the onboard say, or if there is going to be a steward to get coming in. I'm just seeing if there's any damage on any of those cars at the moment. Looking at Willow in that Mercedes. Remember, these guys all going to get points at the moment, but the safety car this early on, it's definitely going to spice this race up. Does anyone now jump in, go to the hards, and go to the end, or is it still too early, Rekus?
You have to be gentle on the hard tires. It is a shorter race, so tire wear is going to get increased ever so slightly. Theoretically, you could get to the end on a set of hards from here, but it would be a tricky one. And as for damage, Willow will be pitting in this lap more than likely, because he is missing the entirety of his front wing, even understeering in low speed. And yeah, we do have a few drivers coming into the pits. I think, yeah, pretty much everybody's going to go for it. Everybody's going to go for this hard tire and try to stick it out to the end. So we'll see who can manage these tires the best, because now this is going to be a management race here between pretty much everybody. And I mean, we knew Willow and Keith were going to come into the pits. Everybody else was a bit of a question mark here, but I mean, as I say, you can't exactly look a gift horse in the mouth here. Everybody took that chance, and we'll see if it paid off.
Yeah, we have to see who has got the speed on these hards, as everyone is on the hard compound tyres at the moment. Let's look at some changes to see if there's any changes. There is one big change to note, that Chandler's has got the job done on JF7 due to Aston Martin double stacking there. So, yeah, that's hurt JF7 a little bit, and he's lost out a spot to Chandler's. That's massive for Alpine. But also Aston Martin in a very good position at the moment. But Ada's Raven is only 2 spots behind JF7. He's made up 3 spots at the moment. So's Jono. So those two at the moment not having the best of races. Jono was a bit, a bit probably not himself in qualifying. Maybe taking his foot off the gas a little bit after winning the championship. But still, like we said, and we're going to still say this, still points up for grabs, and obviously something to fight for. And as you have said, mathematically, Ferrari are still in this. So if Ferrari can have a very, very good night here and for the rest of the week, we could see Ferrari knocking on the door for that overall championship as well. But as it stands at the moment, as we know, Aston Martin in the driving seat.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Aston Martin to lose it, but I mean, hey, you still got 5 other divisions you got to go through here this week before you can officially claim it, and it's not over until the checker flag falls. And there's also that scenario where Aston Martin could have a really good Div 1 and then have a generational fall off for the rest of the week. So it is very much possible that this could be Aston Martin's highlight of the week and of the remainder of the season. So, I mean, they're doing a good job here. I think they're going to be the team scoring the most amount of points here as it sits. At least out of our main championship contenders for the overalls. But you still got to keep it up with the other 5 divisions. I think we'll have a really good picture probably after tomorrow night when we have Div 2 and Div 4, because that will be half of the divisions done and dusted for the season, with only Div 3, 5, and 6 still left to run at that point. But the safety car still goes around. It'll likely pull in at the end of this lap, so it should be lap 6 by the time we get going here.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this is all going. All with people coming in the comments tonight, really, really good to see. 20 viewers tuning in for the last finale. We're hearing that there is a little bit of an issue with the Williams car. I'm not going to say too much, but there is an issue with the Williams car. So, yeah, just have to wait and see if Dino is going to be able to keep up the pace with the rest of the pack. Down there in P7, doesn't matter. He's in the points. It's not his division. He's just doing his best. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But this is going to be a very, very good restart as we're coming up to the safety car restart now. And I'll take this one away as Fatcat is gearing up, ready to go. And, well, Dante, will he be able to get the job done him? That's going to be the question here. And that would definitely spice things up if Dante can put some pressure on Fatcat. We have seen earlier on, though, Rekus, that Fatcat has got some serious pace in the Aston.
It'll be a very crucial restart for these guys here as we are getting ready for a very good restart here. We'll see who can get the jump. Will it be Dante getting one on the Fat Cat? Will Fat Cat pull away? Or will Chandler's go ahead and make a move here and jump up some positions? We will just kind of have to wait and see. The field is bunched up. The safety car's already almost all the way in to its little habitat here, and it looks like Fat Cat is just about to go ahead and drop the hammer. He is about to go ahead and fire it up, and it looks like he has fired it up, making his way through turn 16. A bit of a snap there on the exit turn 16, so not the restart he would have wanted. Keith gets a 3-second time penalty. We're already racing. Fat Cat having to go defensive against Dante. Now here comes the pinwheel. This is the worst spot on the track for Dirty Air to really catch you, but Dante is driving like Dirty Air doesn't exist, and he's already doing pretty good to stay close with Fat Cat, but somebody who stayed close with him is Chandler's. Chandler's is pretty close as well, so these guys are all still staying very nice and neat, just like we saw on the actual race start earlier on in the evening. And now Dante is going to try to close in the gap, trying to close it in to Fat Cat here as we make our way through. But it looks like he's already almost lost out DRS range, and then he's going to be under a lot of pressure from the Alpine if Dante loses this DRS to Fat Cat here. So, and the DRS can be pretty powerful here on this track. It'll be activated next lap, so at the start of lap 7 we will see DRS re-enabled. But for now, even without DRS, you get such a good slipstream coming here. And it looks like John is going to think about a move on the JF7. He won't quite get it, but he certainly thought about it there.
Yeah, no, he did think about it, and obviously that little incident there that Fat Cat had has not caused him to cause anything there. Dante taking that P2 spot, still Chandler's in that P3 with that DRS at the moment, as we can see DRS all the way down to P6. Dido really do struggle in there to catch up to Aiden's Raiden with that DRS. Could be a hard race for Dido with that damage. We've got Keefe behind on the 3 seconds, and then Willow as well right behind him. So there could be a nice little battle there between the Merc, Hick and the Williams. Aiden's Raiden in P6 right behind Jono, putting the pressure on at the moment. Back up to the front though, Dante's been dropped by Fat Cat. 1.5 second gap between Dante and Fat Cat. Chandler's 5.5 tenths gap, and he will be pushing on. I'm just going to jump on board with Chandler's now, getting ready for the DRS of when he is about to pounce and get the move done on Dante if he can. 33% against 57%, so ERS not the same as the Ferrari, managing it a lot better than the Alpine at the moment. But here we go, coming on to the DRS now. Dante's been left nearly 2-second gap to Fat Cat. But here we go, Chandler's, what's he going to do? Is he going to be able to get Dante coming in to the last couple of corners with the DRS? You can see there, it's so powerful, but Dante's just got so much more straight line speed and a lot more ERS management there, as Chandler's does try and go for a move there, keeps it nice and clean, is not going to get the job done on lap 7, coming into lap 8, and this could be signed, sealed and delivered for Fat Cat. He's showing so much pace on those hard compound tyres, nearly 2 seconds out in front. The question is, Wreckers, who's going to take P2 and P3? Because it's Dante, Chandler's, but JF7 is in the wings, so's Jono, and so's Aiden's Raiden.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky here just to get the move, because it's not super easy to get a pass done here at the Shanghai track. So the drivers got to really just pick their moment and go for it. We've seen Chandler's get really close to the back of Dante, but just not enough real estate to actually get a move in. So he's got to stay consistent, stay close, and he's got to go ahead and try to fight with every fiber of his being. So it's going to be a tough one. These guys are going to give it their all. And here's the thing, dude, they don't have to pit again because they already did their singular pit stop during the safety car that we had. So, I mean, it's still pretty much wide open for these guys, and now you pretty much just got to win it on pace. You can't really win it on strategy at this point. And here we go. Now we can see Dante trying to break at the slipstream. The DRS is open. He's going to think about it. Wait to the last moment. And good defensive car positioning there from Dante. Keeping that position pretty much locked in for now. But there's another DRS zone coming up, and we'll see if he can hold on to it there. Dante, he's going to try. He's going to go onto a bit of the dusty side of the track. And, oh, JF7 and Jono having a little bit of a scrap back here. So these guys are going wheel to wheel now, just fighting tooth and nail. And it looked like Jono was trying to, at least from the perspective I saw it from, Jono might have been pushing JF7 there a little bit, but as of right now, Jono up in the P4 and now pretty much right up the gearbox of the Alpina Chandlers.
Yeah, it's becoming a 3-horse race, maybe even a 4-horse race at the moment. You've got Dante, Chandler's, Jono, and JF7. Also, don't count out Aiden's Raiden. And look at this, Alpine are in a Aston and a Ferrari sandwich there. Dante doing a great job holding up Chandler's and letting his teammate get to the back of him as well, as Jono is very close. Are we going to see a shake and bake system here from Ferrari, as we can see Dante in that P2 position at the moment? Fat Cat just running away with it. This is an easy 25 points for him. But here we go. Dante moving to the right, moving to the left, trying to get out the slipstream of Chandler's. Can Jono get the job done? No one's going to go for a move there. And here we go. Does Chandler's go for a move? Yes, he does. Lovely move. Does he get side by side? We've got Jono. He's going to get involved in that as well. Chandler's doesn't get the job done. Stays within formation though, and stays behind the Ferrari. But he's right on him, and he's ready to make a move. So as soon as Dante makes a mistake, Chandler's has got him. But at the moment, it It stays for another day. 10 laps to go in this race, and it is all about that P2 and that P3 at the moment, Rekus.
Yeah, the Jono's also going to cause a bit of a headache for the Alpine as well, because the Jono's just right there behind. So, I mean, he's going to do what he can to help his Ferrari teammate and try to clinch their spot in the overalls here. They can still drop to 5th in the overalls because while Williams is mathematically unable to win it, they can still get up in the 4th. So, but right now, Williams not having the greatest of night here. But Ferrari is doing, honestly, I think they're probably going to end up scoring the most points, especially if they can get past Chandler's here. So it's going to be a tricky one nevertheless, but Ferrari is in good form as it sits at the moment, looking to clinch the constructors here in Div 1 tonight. But even then now, because the focus of pretty much every single team has shifted towards the overalls. And now we'll see, will their position be under threat as there's no DRS left to defend. Trying to stick it around the outside. Is he going to make the move stick? It's so difficult. You can force it up the inside, but here we go. Ooh, almost contact there, but good defensive driving.
Jono's into it. Jono's on the left-hand side. That's brought Jono. Sorry, Rekus. That's brought Jono into it. Does he get the move done? Jono,
he does.
Yes, he does.
Wow.
That mistake by Chandler's hitting the back of the Ferrari. And Jono's going to come back at him on the outside.
Woo.
Oh, he goes back at him aggressively there. The Alpine is not giving up. He knows what's up for grabs. And it doesn't matter. He's still going to fight it. He's going to come back at Jono. Now, can Jono defend Chandler's? Chandler's moves over to the left, then to the right. Can he keep that position? Jono is really trying to hold on to that. Chandler's is fighting everything to get back at in front, but he doesn't. He misses out. He's coming on the left-hand side. So close to the Ferrari. It's unbelievable. And Jono is doing a great job here. He's defending everything. The question is, he's going to put himself under real pressure at the moment. Chandler's on the grass. Look at that. Green tyres. Turning in from black to green tyres now. He's going to be so careful because JF7 and his teammate as well. So if there's any slight movements between that Alpine and that Ferrari, that could cause a problem for JF7 and a domino effect for Alias Raid. And we're coming down the main straight again. Dante in control. Jono in P3. Chandler's is going to have another go, but they are all in the DRS, so no one's going to get a move there. What a lap that was. And a little bit of drama there for the Alpine and the Ferraris. But this is not over yet. Chandler's is going to come back at it. The question is, can the Ferraris hold on to that double podium at the moment, Rekus?
They'll score them a lot of crucial points here if they can, but that's going to be much easier said than done. However, I will say it is going to help. Oh, look at this! JF7 trying to swing it around the outside of the pinwheel, trying to get past Chandler's here, but it's not going to work this time around. The Alpine getting real close to the Ferrari, and he's going to try to get past. He's been looking at the Ferrari rear wing for much longer than he would have wanted to at this stage of the Grand Prix, certainly. So he's going to continue to try, but he does have JF7 pretty much right there for company as the Sauber and the Williams going to scrap it out back here. And it's going to be a fight. Oh, contact between the Williams and the Sauber. A little bit of a wheel touch there between Dito and Keith as these guys continue to duke it out. We still have our battle for P2 happening here, and these guys are going to give it absolutely everything. I mean, you got less than half the race to go. It's the final race of the season.
Oh, there's a bad accident at the back. Willow's come through and he's missed it, and he's collected the side of the Mercedes driver there. Really unfortunate. The Williams driver. Ooh. And he's lost, I think he's lost the front of his... No, he hasn't lost any damage. And Dito's car is probably even more damaged than what it was there. He absolutely can miss. He got the corner, but then he slid and... Yeah, it looks like those tyres are cooked. Sorry, Rekus, just a little bit of drama at the back there in P7, 8 and 9.
Yeah, so he might actually have rear wing damage, so this might be race over for Dito and Williams. So we'll see if he comes into the pits to try to Because you can fix the front wing, but the rear wing, oh no, he's going to continue going on, and he is fighting that car through 16, so maybe some rear wing damage, but he might just try to soldier on and just try to score those points. We saw that earlier in the season, actually, with Dynasties. I think it was his last race with Mercedes at Monaco. He just stuck it out and got points from it eventually, but he just had to deal with rear wing damage for a good chunk of the race. So I think that's probably what Dino is going to go in and try to do. The two Ferraris now going ahead and try to get things sorted here to the Jono, being a fantastic wingman here for his teammate, trying to fend off the hard charging Alpine. Alpine has had so much momentum coming into this final week, but this hasn't exactly been the race that they would have wanted. One of their main rivals is getting a double podium ahead of them, and now they are still just kind of fighting it out. They have an Aston Martin kind of just splitting the two Alpines at the moment, and he's going to definitely look for any chance to go ahead and jump up into that P4 position for JF7.
Oh, definitely. And the way this is going, this is absolutely fantastic news for Ferrari over McLaren. Obviously, McLaren not being here tonight, and Ferrari getting a P2 and P3. Unfortunately, Dante is not going to catch Fat Cat unless anything happens now between the end of this race. We've already seen the safety car earlier on. The battle's still going on in that P3 spot, though, at the moment. Chalmers is not giving it up. What a way to end this for Division 1, as we can see. Chalmers go for another move on the outside, makes a little bit of contact, and Jono, he's got to try and keep it as clean as possible. He doesn't want to get any penalties, and he's still going around, trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari, trying to get the move done.
Oh, that's big moment, big moment.
Jono! Oh, big moment in Division 1, and the Alpine has lost it. Hit the side of Jono, and Jono's pushed down into P6, and that will definitely be a penalty coming the Alpine's way. If it couldn't gone from bad to worse, it's gone from bad to worse for the Alpine of Chalmers. And well, what does he do now? Does he give the position back? He's got damage, I think, to the car as well, and he may have just completely destroyed his race.
Yeah, and I mean, that is absolutely a worst case scenario for Alpine. Because, I mean, you need every single point, and getting a penalty is definitely not a way to get those points. And now he's pretty much right under pressure from JDI. JDI trying to bring the thunder once again. He wants to try to make it a double podium for Aston Martin, which would be fantastic for them. But no, it's going to be the Alpines going and swapping things around. Chandler losing a position to his teammate. Keith is out. He's retired on track. He has binned it right out of turn 16, and that is a safety car. So this race has been neutralized. Are we going to see any brave soul jumping in for a soft tire? That is a question here. Although it's pretty likely everyone's going to stay out. I don't think we're going to really see anybody pit. But even more drama to close out the season in Div 1.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't see that coming. That's really unfortunate for Keithy there, and no points for Kick in this Division 1 race, and that is not the way you want to go with. But unfortunately, we're going to have 8 drivers left, and I didn't think we were going to have any retirements. Dino's gone onto the softs there, so no one making a decision on those mediums. No one making the decision to go on them softs. And yes, this does spice everything up, because the gap that Fat Cat has just given has just been eradicated now because of the safety car. With 5 laps to go, and on these 5 laps we're going to have to start announcing the driver of the day. But that brings Dante. Aiden is Raiden. Chandler's definitely pending a penalty at the moment, and JF7 and also Jono and also Willow back into this race, and also Dido. So it gives everyone the opportunity to get back into this race. But the question is, can Fat Cat be stopped in this last 5 laps?
Oh, Fat Cat's coming in. He's in the pits. So I wonder if this is going to be a swap for mediums or maybe a set of soft tires. I'm not sure they have any soft tires remaining. They might have burned them all up in quali. We'll see. It's a set of mediums here. So here we go. He's going to come back out. And even if he does get passed by Dante here, which he doesn't, so actually everybody coming into the pits to swap onto probably a fresh set of mediums. You might see one brave driver trying to go for something different. Oh, here we go. Aiden on the soft tires now. Chandler's, oh, he's got to get a new front wing, so he'll also go on the soft tires. So the Alpines have opted to switch to the red-walled soft tires here. We'll see about everybody else. We'll take a look at the tires here really quickly just to see. So there is fresh tires, fresh soft tires available for everyone. JDI, Jono, and 2 Alpines have opted to jump onto the soft tires. And this could be a very spicy final 5 laps here of this Chinese Grand Prix to round out the season. And this has been pretty chaotic for a 9-car race.
Yeah, it has. It's been a very, very interesting race, to say the least. And we have got a few guys on them soft and those guys on those mediums. So it's going to be soft versus mediums. That's going to be the question. Driver of the day, who are you going for on driver of the day? My prediction is Aiden's Raiden. I think he's done a fantastic job from where he was to where he is now. So my driver of the day goes to Aiden's Raiden.
I would honestly say the same thing, honestly. I mean, if he can keep this podium position, it's going to do wonders for Alpine in their hunt for the overalls. Trying to at least, at minimum, jump McLaren. Or actually, no, they're already ahead of McLaren, I think. But they want to try to get as close as they can to Aston Martin here. So, I mean, it's been a good race for Aiden. Just keeping his nose clean.
So you're going for Aiden's Raiden?
Yep.
All right, so there we go. That's only one vote then. Congrats to Aiden's Raiden. He gets driver of the day.
A good start for Alpine's week, trying to jump McLaren in the overalls. That'll be at least their minimum target. They obviously want to win the whole thing, but if they can get second at least, then that'll be a very strong return to form. Because I mean, earlier on in the season, if we just go back, I mean, they had a pretty rough start to the season. They started in 5th, and they dropped pretty far back. I think they were as low as even 8th at one point. I'm double checking that real quick. They were in 7th for a good part of the season, and I know we've talked at length about the Williams comeback. But the Alpine comeback has been pretty impressive too. They're in 3rd in the overalls right now with the potential to jump up even to 2nd or even to win.
Yeah, it's been a very, very good few weeks for Alpine as well, and it looks like it's going to be a good night for one of those drivers. Unfortunately, one of them is looking at that penalty, which is unfortunate, and it was some great racing between them, but just a little bit eager there, and really unfortunate from a reigning championship winner as well. Obviously, last season's championship winner. This season, Jono, the one that he battled with most of the championship last season, has taken it this season. So, I don't know, a little bit of redemption there, maybe a little bit of frustration. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen there. But oh no, Dante! He's gone so slow, and he's hit the back of Fatka, and he's taken off his front wing. Oh no! Could that be a bit of drama there? Look at this. We've got side-by-side action here. Dante's now in front of Fatka. What is going on here, Division 1? He needs to hand that position back. He cannot change the lineup of the safety car restart. So there is a penalty coming for Fatka now. What is going on here? Oh, absolute scenes here. Rekus, I'm going to let you take this away. This race is not over. There's more drama to happen in this race, and it looks like Dante and Fat Cat is looking like he could have a penalty coming his way as the safety car has changed the order. So over to you, Rekus.
Alright, we'll see how this one kicks off. It'll be lap 18 out of 20 here. Dante gonna lead us to green. The order has changed, and he's dropped a hammer. He waited till the last possible moment. He is missing an end plate, though, from that contact between himself and Fat Cat. So Fat Cat tries to take it up the inside, trying to reclaim the lead, and he's got the move done. He is back into the lead. We'll see if a penalty does follow afterwards. The stewards are going to have a busy one here tonight, but all the drivers here are trying to go ahead and just wrap it up. Oh, it's a bit of a pile up there, but it looks like it all goes through nice and easy. A lot of fighting here in this mid-pack here for the final spot on the podium. The Jono and JDI going in and trying to duke it out. Jono trying to get it up the inside. Contact between himself and the Aston Martin. And it is absolute cinema, honestly, here in the final 3 laps of the Grand Prix. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and make our way down to this main straight. It's going to be Aiden and Jono going in and trying to duke it out for position. They're going to fight it out. It's going to be a drag race, which it's one that the Ferrari is winning. Dante trying to get a move done onto Fat Cat. There's nothing here, but now we're about to enter the penultimate lap of the season here in Div 1.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting to see what's happened there as we see Fat Cat has gone in the front of Dante there, but these soft tyres, they look very, very quick. And the question is, are they going to cause problems for these mediums? We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But Jono is back into P3. It's a double for Ferrari. Can Aiden's Raiden really spoil the party there? We've got Willow. He's losing positions to Chandler's now. He's up into P7. He's trying to fight back at the Alpine. We've got Dido just staying in the wings, getting those points that he needs. And he will be getting some probably some spots depending on the penalty of Chandler's and what the situation is with Dante and Fat Cat there. We'll have to wait and see there because he's caused damage, and that is not what you want there. As we can see Willow dropping down to P8. He's gone way off track there and dropped 1.9 seconds back. He is in a points position, but he is in P8 at the moment. Back out to the front. Fat Cat still leading it. Dante in control in P2. Is he going to let his teammate through? And Jono, we'll have to wait and see, as he does have problems with that front left, I think it is, of Dante. I'm just trying to see, is it front? No, it's front right. Aiden's Raiden is looking very, very patient and very pacey at the back, though. Will he be able to get the move done? It's not many laps to go, and we are coming up to the final lap. Wreckers, I will let you do the honours and take this one away. We're coming up to the final corner, and I'll let you take it away when Fat Cat crosses that line. What is going to happen on this final lap? Everyone's in the DRS. Everyone's got ERS. It's softs versus mediums. Wreckers, take it away one last time.
Alright, for the last time this season there in Season 9, Division 1 is going to go ahead and do battle here around the Shanghai International Circuit. The Jono's going to go ahead and put on some good defense. Aiden is ready to try to stick it up the inside of the pinwheel. Doesn't quite get it. Just not enough real estate there to get that move done and dusted. So it's looking likely that a Ferrari double podium is going to be on the cards here. Dante within DRS range, though, of Fat Cat, so the winner of this race could still be a driver in one of the Scarlet Ferraris yet as they make their way through Sector 2. He's got to crucially stay within this DRS range, or else Dante could lose this race out. He is kind of ebbing and flowing. We'll see. Can he stay within a second by the time he hits that detection point? And it looks like he will. So he hit the detection point. Chandler's getting a 3-second time penalty for track limit violations. And that is going to rub salt into the wound for him. But here we go. It's going to be the final DRS zone of Season 9 here for Div 1. Dante's going to try to close in the gap to the Aston Martin. Is he going to go for a send? No, just not enough time. And now he's got one more corner to navigate. And it is going to be Aston Martin on top of Div 1 for the final time. Fat Cat wins the Chinese Grand Prix, a double Ferrari podium to round off the season. Ferrari will clinch the Constructors' Championship here in Div 1. The drivers decided a couple rounds ago, but it is going to be Aston Martin on top, followed by the two Ferraris. And we had only 9 cars, but what an action-packed race we had here in the season finale of China.
Yeah, that concludes Division 1, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in, as always, and to all the Division 1 drivers, excuse me, and the Division 2 reserves, and Division 1 reserves, and Division 2 full-timers. Thank you very much for this whole season with Division 1. It has been an interesting spectacle, but there you go. Cleanest driver is going to go to Aiden as well, so he gets the extra point. That's massive. Doesn't get anything for the driver of the day, but does get the cleanest driver as well. So extra points for Aiden. But Fat Cat taking out P1, Dante taking out P2, Jono taking out P3, Aiden, and then JF7, Dido, Willow, Chandlers, and 1 retirement with Keithy. And 134.327. Jono get the fast lap as well. Extra points for Ferrari. We will jump in and get the guys jumping in. If we can get Fat Cat, Dante, and Aiden into the comms box for one last time, that would be fantastic. We will interview Jono last, because he has won the championship, so we'll have a quick chat to him. But also, we'll have a chat to Driver of the Day, and also Fat Cat and Dante as well. Rekus, I know there wasn't that many people tonight, but just give me your summary of events tonight in Division 1.
I mean, this race had a lot of exciting action, a lot of good battles here, despite the fact we had a small grid here tonight. So it's been a fun one, a fun race to round off the season, and it's gonna make the rest of the divisions very, very interesting. The battle for the overalls is only gonna get more intense from here. All the teams are gonna go ahead and continue to pile on the heat as we go through the final 5 races of the season here with divs 2 through 6.
Yeah, going to be very interesting to see what happens with the rest of the divisions. Hopefully we can get the other guys in. Just going to see if Aiden is ready and Fat Cat are ready. But yeah, got a great bit of action there, and great finish for Ferrari, cementing the championship. And there we go, we've got Aiden has jumped in. I'll let you take it away with cleanest driver and driver of the day. Both the double there, but only 1 point for one. So over to you, Rekus, for Aiden.
Alright, Aiden, it's been a very good way to wrap up your season here in Div 1. You started in P6, ended up on the podium. How was the race from your perspective?
It's alright race. But the reserve program, I was really slow. Had no pace, so just tagging along, roaming to the rest of what I could. And yeah, we got a lucky safety car. I think I jumped a few positions with the damage. Then yeah, a few incidents happened. I just kept working my way out the field, couldn't really make any moves, so I had to take positions as they came. Then the safety car happened at the end, which I didn't expect. I only had old soft, so I couldn't do anything against the faster guys. I just had to let down it by. I'd take a P4. That's the best I could do.
Yeah, a podium was looking kind of likely for at least a little while there, but I mean, you still had a really good race here today. Is this a track you typically find good pace at, or do you think that this was just kind of an unexpected result, to put it lightly?
This was definitely unexpected. I think I qualified last, actually. Is that right?
I think you're so. P6?
Don't believe so. I don't know. I might be wrong. I thought I qualified last. No, I qualified last. I was definitely last. I qualified 9th.
All right. Well, two more questions
Anyway, I didn't
before
expect that.
we go ahead and let you go. Is there any track in particular you're looking forward to next season? And how do you guys think that even if Alpine doesn't win the overalls, how do you guys think you're going to build on the momentum from here? Because you guys have probably the most momentum out of any team here so far.
Yeah, definitely. Us as a team has scored a lot of points across all the divisions. I think we have a good shot again in the overalls if we keep getting good results like this. 40 Jake dropped back a bit. So he can't score full points, but where P4 is pretty good. I think, yeah, if we can keep this momentum, we can definitely go for P1 or P2 if we want the overalls.
Alright, last question before I hand you over to SJ. Is there anyone you'd like to give a special thanks or shout out to here tonight?
Yeah, thank you Marceau and Terrence especially for being the engineers. Made a lot of good calls across the season, got me a lot of data, a lot of information. It was really helpful having them. So I didn't have to do the strategies on my own. Then to Jake for being a good teammate. Fortunately I wasn't there all the time at the top with him, but try to help where I could.
Alright, well, once again, congratulations on the good result, and I'll pass you over to SJ if he's got any questions or comments.
Thanks, Rikus. Aiders Raven, obviously you did say in the reserve program that you were not looking forward to this race, and it had to be done. It's on the calendar, unfortunately. You can blame Wonton for that. But P4 is still a good position. Unfortunately, it's right behind the Ferraris and the teams that you're fighting for the overalls. It was looking like it was going to be a really, really good night. You obviously had challenges earlier there on up there at the front. What was the plan tonight with going into this with the overall situation, the big hitting, knowing what's going on there? Obviously, the constructors that basically had been decided from the start. Obviously, there was no V carbs. What was the plan from the Alpine team principal?
I was really just score maximum points, as always been. I think Jake said he couldn't go on for P2. Fat Cat was out of the question. He was too quick. And then for me, it was just trying to stay in DRS because I had no pace here. Like the only way I could make moves was people making mistakes or crashing, which was a bit of an instant lap one, which gave me a lot of positions. But yeah, I was kind of dead weight, but paid off eventually.
Oh yeah, definitely, and obviously with P4, it's still good points on the board, which is what you want, and obviously the extra point as well for cleanest driver. Yeah, well, that's it. That concludes Division 1, and I wish you a great break, and I look forward to seeing you back next season, and thank you very much for Season 9.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys.
All right. Rekus, we're going to go a little way the other way. We'll interview Jono last, so we'll go straight to Dante. I'll take this one away, and then you can then answer the last questions. Dante, fantastic night for you. A little bit near the end, though. You'll probably be a little frustrated with the front wing damage, but you've still got to be very happy. You've obviously just clinched the Division 1 Constructors' Championship for Ferrari with the P2 and P3 with V-Carb not racing tonight, which was unfortunate. But how did you find the race tonight? You obviously just couldn't catch up with Fat Cat, so it was basically keeping everyone else behind you.
Yeah, thanks guys for having me. Yeah, it was. I think it was even before quali even started, or probably first laps of quali that started. I realized I was going to be a boat in the corners and overall slower. We thought low wings was the go like every other track, but obviously it wasn't. And I think I was a good probably 10, 15 clicks slower than or not slower, lower than Fat Cat. So yeah, I was not expecting to get anywhere near him. The safety cars were basically just giving me DRS for a lap, but even then, could I not catch up to him? He'd already got me. So, I mean, to keep the P2 with all those circumstances is always a positive.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. And also with the situation that you were having the battle with Chandler's tonight, and it was Alpine, and they've been fighting and they've been trying to score good points from this last finale. It was actually your teammate that he collided with and caused a bit of an issue with. But talk to me about the front wing damage with the Aston Martin as well, because in the rule states you can't change the order of the safety car restart, so could be looking at a penalty.
To clear that up, Fat Cat I think he got glitched back, which is obviously a known glitch in this game. And so I went ahead of him. Well, I didn't go ahead of him. I got ahead of him because of that. And I was trying to let him back through, but he wasn't going through. And then we realized in the call that, he obviously got a glitch. And so I let him back through in turn one, which should clear it up. But it was not my intention to pass him. And
Who's your front wing?
I'm not sure what happened with that. I guess I just drove into the back of him.
Yeah, I think you slowed down a little bit up there. And obviously your last race with us, I've just got to say, a fantastic, you've been here for a long, long time. And you've improved massively from McLaren now into Ferrari, into Haas. You've shown some serious pace. Will be missed, I think. You've got so much potential, and just like to say from myself, thank you for everything, and wish you all the best of what you choose to do next.
Yeah, cheers, mate. I just want to shout out the boys at Ferrari and those teams the past years or the past seasons that have had me. It's always been a pleasure. And to the boys this season, it's been a blast.
Rekus, over to you.
All right, Dante. It's been if this was your last race in Rush, it's a pretty good way to end it off with a podium, trying to get Ferrari maximum points for the overalls. I don't have any other questions. I just want to congratulate you on a good result and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thanks, Rekus.
Right, Rekus, we'll head over to Fat Cat. Over to you.
All right, Fat Cat, welcome to the victory circle here. A very good win, pretty much right when Aston Martin needed it most. How does this win feel for you here tonight?
Should have been a 3 in a row, but we know what happened.
All right, and right now Aston Martin is in the driver's seat for this overall championship here. So, do you guys think you guys can clinch it? Obviously you guys are going to clinch it this week, but do you guys think that this championship is going to go your guys' way, or do you think there's going to be work to be done?
I've got confidence in all the other divs. We've got some pretty good talent, so.
All right, 2 more questions before I hand you over to SJ. Is there a track you're looking forward to racing on next season?
No.
Gotcha. All right. Last question I'll ask is there anyone you'd like to give a special thanks or shout out to here tonight?
Probably whole team, Dynasty especially. He's been really awesome all of the season. Wonton, Ricciardo, JDI, they've all been really nice to VC with. Huvu, all those guys, whole Aston Martin team.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on the race win, and I'll pass you over to SJ if he's got any other questions or comments.
Yeah, thanks, Rekus. Fat Cat, you've had an absolutely extraordinary season. You probably feel, a little bit hard done by near the end. I think you missed one race. I can't remember which one it was. May have been while I was away. If you remember what race that was?
I do not, but I know I did.
That's right.
Baku and Monza.
Yeah, do you feel this season that you could have taken the championship with Division 1 instead of Jono? Or do you feel that it would have been close? Like it was close, but there was a few issues. I think you did disconnect in one, which obviously was painful because you were, I think, P3, I think it was, or P2. And then you went all the way down to last. So do you think those are the issues that have caused you not to get it this season? Or do you think that race that you missed may have, signed, sealed and delivered?
I think it would have definitely been close, but Jono's always a consistent one. So it's whatever, I guess.
Well, it's always good. It's always good to take out the last win of the season. Obviously, you are in investigation by obviously the issue earlier, but I think it's been cleared up. So we'll see what the stewards say. You've been given the glitch, and then Dante said that you moved in front, and then he was in front, and then unfortunately the grid order changed on the safety car restart. But it's been explained. The next thing is obviously coming back into next season. Do you feel that you can take it from Jono? Obviously, he is back for next season, and he'll be defending his title. Do you think that you can cause more problems and take it from him next season?
Yeah, we'll see. But as I said before, man is consistent, so we'll see.
He is very Fat Cat, mate. Absolutely fantastic. It's been a pleasure to have you in the league as well, as you are a new driver as well. So just want to congratulate you on the win, and also for your commitment and dedication all season. And hope you enjoy the break.
Thank you.
Okay, right, we'll go over to the last person. He finished third tonight, but I've been wanting to say this for quite some time. Johnny, you are the Division 1 champion. You missed out last season. You've got it this season. And it was a very interesting last race. Not probably the one that you wanted to go, but you're on the podium. You got the fastest lap. It's done. It's concluded. How do you feel, all in all?
Yeah, no, I think it feels good, especially coming from last season. I think it's only because I think I missed like one or a couple of races last season, and I was, very close to Chandler's. So it feels good to, finally clinch it this season, definitely.
Yeah, and I think what Fat Cat is saying as well, you've shown serious consistency all the way through as well. You've made mistakes, and you've still come through and caused problems as well, which is fantastic to see, and I think well deserved. And I think it's been a tough championship, I would say. It hasn't been easy. Obviously, Campbell has caused a few problems along the way, but end of the day, you have clinched it, and yeah, I think you've done a fantastic job. Do you think you can now go on and do the double?
I think so because, well, as Fat Cat said, and what I do believe is that my consistency is what makes a difference. Even though I might not be the fastest on the day, I can be the most consistent. So I think that's really going to help, especially coming into next season.
Now, one thing I'm going to ask you as well, obviously a draft goes from basically completely brand new draft. So no TPs will be keeping any drivers. It's completely brand new, as we do have new team principals. Do you bleed red? Is that your car, or are you looking at a different car next season?
I kind of do want to stay with Ferrari because I've kind of helped build up that team as well, because we are, we're closer to the, the overalls. I don't think we'll get it this season, but, I've really helped out the guys, we've helped out each other. So I hope I stay with Ferrari. It is kind of my home here. I haven't been in any other team ever since I joined. So I would love to, stay with Ferrari. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to say from myself and everyone else, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm so happy that you've got the championship. Enjoy that trophy when it comes. You've definitely deserved it. Thank you for all your commitment and dedication, and I look forward to seeing you next season. And enjoy the break.
Thanks, SJ. You too, mate.
Over to you, Rickers.
Well, Jono, you guys got the Constructors Championship and the Drivers Championship here in Div 1. And now all attention turns to the overalls. But how does it feel getting both championships here this season in Div 1?
Well, I just think it just proves that, Ferrari's still, we're still in the game. So we're still, fighting, even for that overalls, where it looks a little bit distant. But since me and Dante have finished up now, we're definitely going to be helping out, the other divisions to try and clinch that championship. So, but no, overall, it does feel really good to have both titles, especially in Division 1. So, next is just trying to go for the other divisions now.
All right, and I'll ask you 2 more questions before we go ahead and let you go here. Is there any track you're looking forward to next season?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, every track is kind of okay with me, I guess. So, we'll just have to see how I fare up against, the other people. So we're gonna have to really, well, me, I kind of have to practice quali a bit because, as you saw tonight, that one that was not good. I was running 18.7 wings, where other people were running quite a bit higher than that. So, I think quali. Okay, yep, the 17.8. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think it's just my quality just needs to improve. That's all.
All right, and you'll have a good amount of time during the off season to get that practice in and go ahead and improve that qualifying. But last question before I let you go: is there anyone you would like to give a special thanks or shout out to here after a very strong season from you?
Well, I've definitely got to say the whole of Ferrari, but especially Dante, because at the start of the season with Ferrari, my teammate Yuki, he wasn't really the best in terms of putting in the performance or the effort. So I do want to say thank you to Dante because we wouldn't have won that constructors without him. So that was very good. And then obviously the whole of the Ferrari, especially the Ferrari TP, obviously just gets everything right, helps out with strategy, helps out with setup. So it's very good. So, which is why I really want to stay with Ferrari because we have a very good atmosphere. So, yeah, I think it's going to be great. So yeah, thanks to everyone at Ferrari.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on the podium and congratulations on the championships. And enjoy the break.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, well, Rekes, that concludes it. Done and dusted. Ferrari taking out the Constructors' Championship. Very well deserved. Do agree with Jono's comments there. Dante done a fantastic job and racked up those points for Ferrari to take it. And Fat Cat just missing out. I think he'll be a little bit disappointed. And I think, next season those two will be, going at it depending on wherever those drivers end up. And a little bit unfortunate tonight's events. Unfortunately with Keithy. And obviously Dido having that damage, and obviously Chandler's having that incident early on with Jono. So, good points for Aston, though. P1, P5, Ferrari, P2, P3, Alpine currently P4 and P8. So, still good points for most of these guys tonight. Rekis, anything from you before you wrap it up?
It's been a fun season all the way around, although I've only been with Div 1 for these last 2 rounds, but it has been good action. It's been a good season, but we still have 5 more divisions left to go here in OCE to wrap up the season. So that's going to be it from us here in the commentary booth. My name is Patrick Coleman, a.k.a. Ruckus, and alongside me is the governor for the last time, I think, of the season. And we'll see you guys next time. But before we go, I want to give a special thank you to our sponsors, Sim Racing Center, Pagnian Sim Labs, and AI369. Thank you guys so much. And I also want to thank the chat for being as awesome as always. Just hang tight. Don't go anywhere because we got another 5 races to go before we officially sunset Season 9. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Div 4 and Div 2. Have a good night.